Hello and welcome back to 5 and 5, where we ask industry leaders 5 questions in 5 minutes. We are very fortunate to have Zal Dastur with us today. Zal is the COO and co-founder of Lucep. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So before we get into the nitty-gritty, I am going to ask you a personal question.
Sure, fire away.
What is your opinion on pineapple on pizza?
Tastes delicious when cooked. I'm all for it.
Ah, controversial. Okay. Open-minded, I like. So Lucep is a tech company. How has it been affected by COVID-19?
We, like all businesses, I think everybody is seeing that there's a big shift in the mindset right now. Most of our customers are sort of large multinational businesses, which means that they're affected across multiple countries. But really, what happens, and the biggest shift that we've noticed is companies moving from a growth mindset to a survival mindset. And previously, where they were looking at thinking about new markets or new opportunities, how they can expand, now the focus is entirely on how do we make sure the business stays alive for the next 6, 12, 18 months. I mean, there's every day there seems to be a business that's, going under. I just read this morning, I think Virgin Blue in Australia has declared bankruptcy, and these are companies that are much bigger than a lot of our clients. So it's definitely a tough time.
So, okay. How are you adapting to address this new normal then?
I mean, what's interesting is, obviously we see that certain products. So for example, one of Lucep's key products is a lead distribution and lead callback tool, particularly working in the life insurance and automotive car sales space. Those are two industries probably not doing too well. We also have another product, which is a queue system. So what we saw is that social distancing now, at least for the next little while, is going to be pretty much normal. So we've realized that we need to try to look at every opportunity we can. So we've packaged up a queue system. We actually worked with IMDA here in Singapore, where we have an 80% government grant for our solution to be deployed in any business here in Singapore. And so the thought is that, okay, well, we have this tech, what can we do? And now we're trying to make sure that we have a product that can sell in a time when people need it.
Good for you. So a slight segue, but what is one of the most memorable virtual experiences you've experienced?
I think, recently the last 6-7 weeks, there've definitely been quite a few. Almost every experience has been a virtual experience. Yeah. On Saturday, I tuned in on YouTube to that Lady Gaga and World Health Organization concert, which I thought was very interesting to be able to, that many people string it all together, but you don't get the sense of community. And then I think the one that I really have been very impressed by is I've had a subscription to Masterclass this year. And the way that it's structured, the formatting, the videos are not like 2 hours long. They're short. The chapters are short. So it kind of keeps you engaged.
Very content, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think, you kind of also go in with a high level of respect for the person that's giving you that course. So that's automatically giving them the advantage. But I think like as a learning medium, that's been pretty effective.
Which course have you particularly liked?
So the one that I'm just finishing now is Chris Voss, The Art of Negotiation, which I thought was, my line of work in sales. That's really interesting. But the other ones that I've seen up there are like Hans Zimmer and how to score a movie, Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about astrophysics. So it's even stuff that's like not related to work, but just what could interest you. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we've got like 15 seconds left.
Okay.
Question for you. So which country / city / culture do you think is really the king of virtual innovation for you?
So I think I would ordinarily always say the US. I think that like the the US is really the global hub of innovation, and having spent a very, you know, little time in Silicon Valley, and meeting people there, you really see that there's a particular thought process that is unmatched in any place I've been. That is until I went to China a few months ago. I went October last year, and the technology that is being deployed there is unlike anything I've ever
Out of
seen.
world, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot. Obviously, there's not so much. Uh, I would say that there probably aren't so many government restrictions and regulations on what you can and cannot do over there.
That's very tactful of you to say.
So, you know, I think that the way that the technology and the way that people have adopted it, and I think you see something similar in India, where people don't know what laptops are. Their only access to the internet has been through the phone, and therefore the experience of the internet is through the phone. And I think, you know, some of that technology and the creating of virtual worlds and providing that high quality virtual experience, I think we're going to see a lot of interesting stuff coming out of China, probably in the next few years, once all of this COVID stuff calms down a little.
Cool. Well, thank you
Although,
so
if
much.
anything, all of this COVID stuff has only sped up the requirement to have all of this. So who knows?
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. And
Oh,
till next time, this
yes.
has been 5 and 5.